Shalom, beloveds. This is Success Strategies for African Americans, a guide to creating personal and professional achievements by Beatrice Nivens. This is the introduction. We have come this far by faith. Great glory. Amen. And this is a Swahili proverb. Knowledge is gold. Gold is not gold. Knowledge is gold. It's interesting how we can switch things around like that. Make the material more valuable than esoteric or knowledge, wisdom, experience, learning, education. It's gold. It's powerful. Because we have had such steady shoulders to stand upon, African Americans are successful in so many ways. Our success lies in the solid foundation that our ancestors have laid for us. It can be traced back to our African forebears who made it to these shores and survived. It's the Black woman who worked to educate her children and give them what she never had. It's the African American father who held 3 jobs so that his daughters and sons could have better lives. It's our families who sacrificed to make it possible for us to even desire success. And it's our teachers, preachers, and community leaders who beat the odds themselves to now serve as our shining examples of success. At a memorial service for Secretary of Commerce Ron Brown, Alexis Herman, our Secretary of Labor, described her and Brown's phenomenal climb up the ladder of success into the highest echelons of the Democratic Party and eventually to their cabinet positions. She made note of how they had stood on the shoulders of Fannie Lewis Hamer. For it was this African American sharecropper who, along with other delegates of the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, fought to take her place as a recognized state delegate at the Democratic National Convention in 1964 and forged a new day in politics. And another example of noteworthy praise to our pioneers, Oprah Winfrey devoted an entire show to those who integrated schools, including some members of the Little Rock Nine and Ruby Bridges, one of the 4 Black children in the New Orleans public school system struggle. In her closing remarks, the popular talk show host thanked them for being the bridges on which so many of us have walked. For without their courage and bravery, a great number of us wouldn't be privy to the vast opportunities that we know today. Both Herman's poignant example and Winfrey's salute to those who had once battled segregation confirmed my own thoughts regarding the important role of our ancestors and trailblazers. Their cumulative efforts gave us the strength or determination to aspire to the highest rungs of our own success. And with this in mind, it's my deepest feeling that no book on success that speaks to an African American audience should be written without paying tribute to them. So when we begin our journey toward finding more successful lives, let us not forget to pay homage to their valiant struggles. As it was for many of those who came before us, our own walk down the road to more successful lives won't be easy. Success isn't some magical carpet that descends from the heavens, sweeps us on board, and sprinkles luck upon our paths. Nor is it a quick fix or some lottery win. But just what does it take? Is this elusive thing called success strictly material? Does it mean having large sums of money, fine homes and cars, going on long, luxurious vacations and never having to work again? Or is it spiritual and emotional, a kind of peace of mind, happiness, and harmony with God? Are you born with it, or can you develop it along the way? During my many years of doing counseling and consulting work, I used to counsel many African Americans who wanted to improve their lives and become successful. They wanted more money, better paying jobs, productive children, bigger homes, larger cars, a winning lottery ticket, the list goes on. Yet many of them weren't sure about how to get what they wanted. Some just hoped for the best, others prayed for a miracle, and some gave lip service to wanting success but never really believed that they could achieve it. Many had low self esteem, self confidence, and self worth. A good number thought negatively about themselves, which chased away any thought of success. A few felt that life had dealt them a bad hand. Others were trapped into inertia by fear. As I closely observed these people, common themes begin to emerge. One, they didn't believe in themselves or the enormous possibilities in their lives. Two, they had stopped dreaming a long time ago. Three, they had no real solid goals or roadmaps to make their success happen. Four, they had extinguished their ambition, drive, discipline, and passion. Five, they lacked the support needed for success from their family, friends, associates, or networks. Six, when they encountered obstacles along their path, they viewed them as large, insurmountable stumbling blocks that couldn't be overcome. Seven, they were consumed with fear. Eight, they were afraid to take risks. Nine, they wanted to become rising stars but were frozen into apathy. 10, they didn't see any hope of really becoming successful. Wow, those are 10 deeps. Those are 10 deep gulps. It was painful to see. Here were some very bright and honest people who had only wanted the best out of life, but had fallen victim to their own mindsets. If only they could have developed the right attitude, dreamed big, put into action an organized set of strategies, followed through and persevered, they could have found the success that was so badly desired. As I later assisted many of them in seeing this possibility and worked with them toward helping them actualize it, the seeds for this book were planted. When I started on my writing journey, I decided to interview successful African Americans in search of some common threads of or a philosophy. I talked to more than 50 people, including Ruby Dee, Joe Dudley of Dudley Products, Suzanne Taylor of Essence Magazine, Marsha Gillespie of Miss Magazine, playwright August Wilson, actors Vondi Curtis Hall of Chicago Hope, Jasmine Guy, Cheryl Lee Ralph, and Sanai uh, Ashanafi, Ashanafi of General Hospital. Franklin Thomas, the former head of the Ford Foundation. Robert John of Black Entertainment Television. Robert Johnson of Black Entertainment Television. Carolyn Baldwin of Coca-Cola. Public Relations Advisor Terri Williams. Flautist Bobby Humphrey. Pierre Sutton of Inner City Broadcasting. And Mary Brown, literary agent. As I conducted my interviews to discover whether they also had a similar attitude, a striking commonality became clear. Not surprisingly, most of them looked at the world quite differently from those whom I had once counseled. Their views and actions were entirely positive. 1. They had big dreams and never stopped dreaming of more. 2. They had enormous belief and faith in themselves. They hung in there even through failure and believed there were unlimited opportunities for themselves. 3, they knew exactly how to define success for themselves and didn't let others define it for them. 4, they had goals with 1, 5, and 10-year plans and didn't leave things to chance. 5, they were ambitious and driven and they made their own success happen. Number 6, they had excellent networks of people who supported what they were doing. 7, they constantly affirmed their ability to be successful and believed in a higher power. Number 8, they were they were prosperity thinkers, developing a mental attitude that guided them to success. Number 9, they saw obstacles as challenges and sometimes welcomed them. 10, they walked through fear and took calculated or sometimes bold risks. Yeah, those the chosen 10. Mhm. Rather than focusing on the rewards that success could bring, those profiled were more concerned with improving their lives and being happy in what they did. As a result, they were more apt to become successful. Their attitudes and concerns were simple. They were most interested in 1, finding something that they love to do in life and becoming passionate about it. 2, finding happiness and peace of mind, as well as having fun at what they did. 3, having the ability to learn more about life and expanding their horizons. 4, finding something outside of themselves with which to connect, family, a support network of friends, God. 5, helping others in their communities by giving back. It's good ones. I think that this concept of success is universally correct. By changing yourself in certain ways, success will beat a path to your door. But but can you learn how to change your outlook in order to become successful? I think so. And success strategies for African Americans can help. Like a roadmap, it will steer you toward the strategies used by generations of successful people and highlight every aspect of mind, body, work, and livelihood and soul that you need for success. In each chapter, you'll find basic universal success strategies as well as profiles of and advice from more than 30 successful African Americans. Their stories are meant to inspire and challenge you and may even remind you of your own plans for success. Uplift yourself, boost your self esteem, will help you develop the correct attitude for success and raise your self esteem and self confidence. It will help you filter out negative thoughts and replace them with more positive ones. Including, Included are the uplifting profiles of Joe Dudley, the president and CEO of Dudley Products, Bessie Nickens, who changed careers and wrote her first book after age 80, and Ruby Bridges, who integrated the New Orleans public school system. Think big, dream large gives you a unique opportunity to resurface your dormant or lost dreams and begin dreaming big again. You'll learn why having big, bold dreams can often lead to success. You'll travel with and hear the stories of playwright August Wilson and Cheryl Lee Ralph from Moesha, internationally renowned flautist Bobby Humphrey, and our treasurer Ruby Dee. Although dreaming big is crucial to success, you must also set goals. Wade in the water. Set your goals. Helps you turn your dreams into reality. By clarifying your goals, you'll learn how to make success happen. With this chapter, you'll read the success stories of poet Nikki Giovanni and actor Angela Bassett. Peace Be Still. Affirm Your Success begins to help you incorporate some of the more spiritual and metaphysical aspects of success into your daily life By exploring the power of affirmations, visualizations, faith, and prayer, you'll soon tap into the vast powers of spiritual wonders that the universe unfolds. In addition, you'll read about the triumphs of actors Sanaya Ashanafi, actor Carl Gordon, I'm butchering the names, I'm sorry, and Carl Gordon from beloved television show Rock. And all right, let's sit better. And Pamela Warner, mother of actor Jamal Warner and owner of Warner Management. The Power of Prosperity Thinking explores how thinking positively can propel you to success. Without the proper attitude, you'll never find success. Essence Magazine editor-in-chief Suzanne Taylor, excuse me, explains how correct thinking has impacted her life and brought success. Standing on the banks of Jordan, Release the Fear gives you specific ways to combat fear, moving on to a more successful life, and stop being held back from achieving. Actor Kim Whitley tells how she took matters into her own hands and created a career. Blast out of your comfort zone, taking the risk, tackling the courage, tackles the courage you will need to make calculated risk and blast out of your apathy. Looking at the advantages and disadvantages of risk taking will free you to soar. Actors Jasmine Guy, literary agent Marie Brown, public relations advisor Terri Williams, and author Lawrence Otis Graham will show you how they did it. Put your principles into action. Work your way to prosperity. Helps you develop ways to uncover the divinity or happiness in your work and guides you to finding more fulfilling work that can enhance your soul as well as your pocketbook. The following people will explain their strategies for finding satisfying work. Actor Vondi Curtis Hall of Chicago Hope, Miss Magazine chief and editor Marcia Gillespie, former Ford's Foundation president Franklin Thomas, who was the first African American to head the major U.S. foundation, and top-ranking Coca-Cola executive Carolyn Baldwin. Empower yourself. Success strategies for the entrepreneur gives you the keys to success business ownership and the principles that can lead to financial independence. The entrepreneur's profile include Andre Smalls, owner of the Ground Crew, a fashion backstage management company. Piers Sutton, head of inner city broadcasting, and Robert Johnson, president and CEO of Black Entertainment Television. A lot of these is previous, but history has passed. Anyways, H. Jerome Russell, president and chief operating officer of H.J. Russell and Company, the fifth largest African American business in the nation. And Carol H. Riley, former proprietor of four McDonald's restaurants in Harlem, USA, who now owns 45 Pizza Huts. Honor your temple, take care of yourself, puts the emphasis on you. Being successful meaning eating right. Manage your stress helps you learn to reduce stress in a variety of ways. Manage your time explores many ways to gain control over your time and life. I've also emphasized the need to give back. Many of the people I interviewed for this book spoke about the importance of giving back to the communities as a major component of success. In an echo of the 60 sentiments, each one, teach one, there was a real spirit of each one give back to me, give back to one. Learn about the philanthropic work of many successful African Americans. For example, actor Teddy Lange, who played Isaac Washington on the television series The Love Boat, sponsors an annual competition through which many young actors have found success in Hollywood. And Leonard Dunstan of the National Association of Black Social Workers discusses Black adoption as a way of giving back. Finally, I urge you, go for it. I recap the strategies that you need to become successful. This motivational and inspirational chapter will prompt you to live out the dream that the Creator has chosen for you. Success strategies for African Americans will empower you and change your life by giving you the tools for success. Remember that it's not too late to follow your dreams, that a more successful life and take your rightful place in the universe. If you're willing to try, you're about to begin one of the most exciting chapters of your life. So, what are you waiting for? Just turn the page and go for it. Great glory. And that is the end of the introduction for Success Strategies for African Americans, a guide for creating personal and professional achievements by Beatrice Nevins. Thank you.